they flex the Galio to support.
And Marin could certainly do anything he wants into this Jax. He's got a lot of tools in his back pocket, played a heck of a lot of champions, something even like a Shen if he wants to, but Gnar is available, he's going to lock it in, and I'm glad we spoke about it because, man, Marin's Gnar is a treat to watch, and now with it back in the meta, scary for the likes of ADD.
And while you look at it as glass half full, the actual games, the actual footage of Marin and Afrika playing Gnar has been pretty woeful. They have lost all those games. The Gnar has looked very, very silly. So they haven't shown us they can pull off a Gnar draft, but that would also be another little feather in the cap if they can actually pull off a Gnar draft when Gnar does very well early against Jax. Things can get a little hairy after a couple of items, but it's good early. And this time it would be Kuro just going on the Orianna into the Galio, just looking to avoid lane, just farm up. It's not the Orianna nerf patch, it is 715, so mana costs and other little queries not going to be a big factor, and we're just waiting for MVP to settle on what's happening in the mid lane. It's going to be the Galio, so it is not going to be any shenanigans when it comes to flexes, and Max is going to be on the Taric, so they're going for teamfight Jax. That's what they're doing. They've got a teamfight draft here coming through. I guess they could stay as a 4 and try to ignore damage with the Cosmic Radiance, but I think they're fighting Atlas.
Well, we'll see whether they've actually got enough damage to do so, because once again, this Tristana is going to be looked at for a lot of it. Of course, if ADD's given the space to get his damage down in a team fight, much like we saw Khan be able to do in the final against SKT, that could certainly be a thing, but that hasn't been the style that MVP's been able to execute. Longzhu Gaming, a team fantastic with a split pusher. MVP not yet being able to figure it out.
So they actually are going to stick with Jax jungle coming through from beyond.
Never mind.
It's going to be a jungle Jax. I wonder if it will also be the item build that we saw come through from our only previous jungle Jax around the world, which of course was modeled.
Yeah, good start from Beyond. Despite not necessarily having all of the farm, as Kuro just asks for Spirit's help, wants to shove out this wave, get himself a good back.
Yeah, turn onto it.
Justice Punch. Yeah, Spirit could be in trouble here as he decides to turn around and try and fight this one out. Beyond looking for it. Windsor Wall going to come in. He knows that he's dead. Clockwork wind up, not enough. It's Kuro, there's no... Beyond actually going down relatively low, but they do have that Cosmic Radiance if they need it. Dragon does come down, but there's the Grand Entrance. Heroic Entrance comes in to try and counter it, though, but there's the quickness. Spirit jumps over the wall. He wants to find more, and the Cosmic Radius doesn't land onto Ian. Justice Punch is interrupted by Spirit, who just puts himself in the way. The flash is going to have to be used by someone to try and catch up to this guy, as Kuro finally throws it in there, but maybe a little bit too late. The Flash Heroic Entrance is... Sorry, the Grand Entrance is certainly going to be enough, as Tucson picks up kill credit as well, which was deserved, in my opinion.
If someone was going to pick it up, not ideal that it went the way of Tucson, but we already saw a carry support performance by Gorilla. After picking up some kills, so bloodthirsty support can sometimes be a good news story. Someone had to die for their sins there, MVP. It ended up being...
Gets Tucson out of the way as Maha is interrupted. Justice Punch comes down as Tucson wants to try and interrupt this one where he can. Good dive coming out. The leap to get Beyond back out again is just enough. And he is just a CC bot. It's working for MVP.
I mean, you could say the same thing about the Jarvan, the Jax, the Galio, even Taric. They're all CC bots. Their turret dives are ridiculous when everything is available, with damage reduction from the Galio into the invulnerability of the Taric. Ping pong balls will be the Afrika member that MVP can win and start to turn this series around.
Well, you can see ADD actually looking for this engage, and we knew that MVP had so many options. Windsor War comes in. Beyond is looking to stun up Spirit, and he will go down very, very quickly. ADD awfully low, but Afrika Freak's late to this party. Ian taking a lot of the punishment, but that's exactly what he can do as this Galio. And Beyond has to hop his way. 3 or 4 minutes. Don't stick on it like you did in Game 2. Actually peel off, because the next time you hit Cataclysm and a multi-man Counter-Strike, the Galio ult should register, the team fight should register. Maybe we'll never see a team fight, it's Beyond's court. Yep, Beyond has to use the flash. Grandmaster's Might comes down, but in the meantime, it's going to be the Tristana killing Kramer. No joy for the Xayah, and look, Grandmaster's Barons. Well, in goes Kuro. Lots of AoE damage potential from this Orianna if he wants to. Now Spirit getting him in there. Can he actually lock this one down? 3-man Shockwave is massive from Kuro, but it's a really good exhaust. And the Olaf does fall down. MVP once again take themselves the Baron as Marin looking to try and get himself in. They want to get kills like they did last time, but it looks like they won't be able to. Ian, just a massive front line. There's the Cosmic Radiance. They're on for 5 members. Both solo lanes deleted, and Tucson running away, tail between his legs. Massive for MVP.
Really good Baron by them. Excellent turn at the end with the Cosmic Radiance as well. Baited Afrika into face checking against those unkillable members through the Afrika are lucky that they don't have a ward on the enemy blue buff, because Kuro was away from base for about 20 seconds. If they had known he was there, they would have gone for a more aggressive dive, but a free blue buff. Here's the dive, though.
Yep, speaking of which, massive damage, and Kuro just erupts. Kramer gets himself out of the way, but it's a double kill for Beyond as they get rid of the jungler as well, and there's the base broken. Inhibitor gonna go down, and now everything looking disastrous for the Afrika Freaks Game 3.
The moment they flexed the Jax into the jungle, they left team fighting as an option, and team fighting for them has gone well. All of this from one failed move by Kramer, who we praised after Game 2 for his reliability. We didn't get full angle to see how he was caught, but the fact that he was caught was so important, because that's going to be 2 inhibitors going down.
That Marin's going to get knocked up and destroyed as well. Dazzle comes down, Ian picks up the kill, 2 inhibitors, and possibly even the Nexus turrets as well. You got 7 seconds on Spirit, another 10 for Kuro. And Maha is doing a heck of a lot of work. The Ardent Sensor there helping out. And the teleport's going to come in from ADD. They're looking to pick up more kills. Tucson goes down immediately. Spirit about half health, but they're trying to call this one back as Kramer down to about half, but ADD can't get on top of him. Good shockwave. Is Ian looking for more, but the Nexus, it's falling. It's going to go down. And MVP grab one back against the flow against Afrika Freaks.
And you see the value of these Galio comps if you're able to hit your win conditions in the early game. The laning phase went oh so much better. They had the Jax, and people would have wondered if it would be valuable, and if the game had gone longer, if the delay had been longer, it may have been exposed in the late game, but we never got to the late game because